There's a place I go to get well. It has the charm of an angel falling to hell. But don't say I didn't warn you. Don't stay or it'll own you. It's the last real bar in Oklahoma. The bar stools have fallen apart. There's barely a hint of a beating heart. But don't say I didn't warn you. Don't stay or it'll own you. It's the last real bar in Oklahoma, where you can smoke and drink and cuss your way around. There's vampires and 90-year-old drunks. The smoke that fills the air, thick with depression and despair. And everyone is down on their luck. But don't say I didn't warn you. Don't stay or it'll own you. It's the last real bar in Oklahoma. Yeah, don't say I didn't warn you. Don't stay or it'll own you. It's the last real bar in Oklahoma. It's the last real bar in Oklahoma.
Sunday, folks. You know what that means. It's time for another exciting, exhilarating, a little melancholy episode of Gravel Road Therapy. And I'll be your host today. I'm Dogbite Harris. I fucked that all up and I don't even care. Yeah, man, so you just heard our artist of the week, Miss Sissy Brown. Check out all of her social media. If you do not follow her on Facebook, I strongly advise you to follow her on Facebook, because she is one hilarious gal and talented at that. And she's one of the hardest working women I know out there, and men, actually, come to think of it. That girl's always moving, always on the move. So check her out in your town. Follow her links that I put on here. And show some support to old Sissy, man. First female I think we've had on here as well. So, as you guys notice, I am not on the move like I normally am. And the camera's facing away from me. I decided to stop today for once. I'm always on the go. And, this is one of my favorite places to be, right here in this spot. It's pretty fucking rad, especially around this time of winter. Sitting here, because you can see where the mountains, where the snow begins in the mountains. So it's really cool to see this little bit of, you go from the high desert to the Blue Mountains, and this is what it looks like. You can see it from here. So yeah. Also, we got New Year's coming up, man. I hope all you guys had a great Christmas. I hope all you guys are looking forward to a to a happy new year. I would like you guys to let me know what you would like to see come out of the label this year. And what kind of shows you would like to see and where at. And just in general, I want a little bit of feedback from y'all, you know. I haven't really heard much feedback, which is fine, but a little bit would help, you know. So as you guys can tell, I'm not quite my chipper self, man. The holidays have really got old dog bite down this year. I almost didn't even do one today. I was just like not fucking feeling it. And I got some shit going on, so I almost decided to just throw in the towel on this week. But I was like, fuck it, it's gravel road therapy. You should make yourself do it. Make yourself talk about things. On top of just like bills piling up and everything else that's going on. Tensions between people and friends and loved ones. And, you know, there was a death of a gentleman that I knew fairly well. A guy that was an old timer around these parts, taught me how to pee outside when I was 3 years old. I would not pee outside to save my life. Would be on long trips, and my grandma and mom would pull over to let me pee, and I wouldn't go. I'd hold on to it till I was crying. And all Ron Schwartz, he taught me how to pee outside. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because I utilize it quite a bit nowadays. Just going to kind of stroll around a little bit, let you guys look at those beautiful blue mountains. But yeah, anyways, I just have fucking been a little bit down lately. This always happens around this time of year. You know, I start thinking about shit and should be a little bit more appreciative of things, I guess. The fact that I still got a pulse and still not completely fucked. I got a house, roof over my head. But the stress, man, of keeping a hold of that shit sometimes is just a fucking lot. But yeah, so I'm trying to think of some shit that happened this week. Not much. I think you guys can review my my video about my experience at Verizon Wireless on Christmas Eve. I almost got thrown out of Verizon Wireless on Christmas Eve. So the saga continues. I believe last week I told you guys about how I'd bought my daughter a phone through Straight Talk for Christmas, and the whole point of getting her a phone through Straight Talk was to be like, hey, like, we can turn this shit off whenever, you know, or we can, hey, old Sissy just sent back her questionnaire. Hold on, I'm going to text old Sissy back right now. So yeah, anyways, so yeah, I got her a phone through Straight Talk, because they're cheap, they're easy, and if she pisses me off, I don't have to pay the bill, you know. So anyways, we put so anyways, I got it through the website because we've had trouble with Straight Talk before. Straight Talk doesn't always get service in this area because it runs off 4 towers. Every phone is different. It runs off a different one of those 4 towers. So some of them run on AT&T, some of them run on Sprint, some of them run on US Cellular, and some of them run on Verizon. And the only 2 towers we have and I own are Verizon and US Cellular. So on the website, they make you put in a zip code so they can know if you have service or not. So I put in the zip code, and it said I had service with this phone, so I bought this phone, and then I got the card, and then it came in the mail, and because of my luck being so fucking shitty and everything, I decided that I would fire that bitch up on the 20th to make sure it was gonna fucking work. Because I know how my luck is, I know how the service is, and sure enough, the fucking phone didn't work. So, it's the 20th now. We do not have enough fucking time to get another Straight Talk phone or fiddly fuck around with that shit. So I just go to Verizon. And I asked them, hey, would you guys put a prepaid phone on my account? And they were like, no, but we'll add one to your account. And that's not prepaid. And we'll throw in this free phone. I'm like, alright, fuck it, I guess. Let's do the free phone thing. Even though it's going to cost me a little more every month. Blah, 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 blah. So, I do that. And the fucking lady, girl, whatever she fucking was, not a lady, not a woman, but a girl in her mid-20s that had the brain cells of a fucking ladybug. So, she assured me that cell phone would be there on Christmas Eve. Actually, she told me it would be there on Saturday. But I told her, hey, I'm going to be in town on Christmas Eve. Can I pick it up then? She says, yes, it'll be here by Saturday. Anyways, so you can pick up your phone on Christmas Eve. And I show up on Christmas Eve to pick up the phone, and sure enough, it's not there. This is how my Christmas is going. This is how fucking life goes for me. So, I'm polite about it until nothing's getting done about it. And then I get a little frustrated. And then I'm still, like, this whole time, like, I don't get loud during this whole fucking altercation. Like, I would have back in the day, but, like, I'm older now. I realize you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar. So I try not to be a dick. Plus, I've worked customer service multiple times. And I know what it's like to work the holidays. It sucks dick. So I'm just trying to be nice. Trying to fucking be cool to everybody. And, but eventually that all goes out the window. And then there's this other lady. She was a lady, an older Hispanic gal with a fucking terrible attitude that had to stick her fat fucking nose into it. And the whole thing just went to shit. So anyways, I ended up getting an upgraded phone and paying more money because that's what happens. And they weren't even, she threatened to not even sell that to me. So anyways, I filled out a complaint form on them. I bought Claire's Fitbit there for Christmas too. So I spent thousands of dollars up in that fucking store this year with my phone bill, my kid's shit, and my old lady shit, you know. So I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, give me a fucking break, motherfuckers. But that's cell phone companies, man. I've always liked Verizon because, like I said, their bill's usually pretty on par. And they don't bitch too much about me being late. So, that's that. But yeah, anyways. Let us know how your Christmas was. God damn, the wind is whipping. I don't know if you can hear that. It sure is whipping. But yeah, let's look over this way too. There's the little town of Heppner. Up there on that back hill there is where the Great Fire of 2018 happened. Almost burnt the whole fucking town down, as you can see. That happened in July. It was dry as fuck. And that fucking wind was heading right towards town and then shifted and went out towards those mountains back there. So we're lucky on a couple levels. We're lucky our town didn't get burnt down. We're lucky our mountains didn't get burnt down. Everybody says my good buddy Jake Roy saved the day. Goddamn logging firefighting motherfucker. Read that wind and read that fire and cut some lines, I guess, is what happened. And he saved some houses and him and a lot of other people too, but a lot of people say that he was a lot to blame a lot of the reason that it got stopped. So, thank a fireman today, man. They got it rough, dude. They're getting their asses kicked down in California. I'm sure they're still fighting that shit in California right now. I got swamp butt today too, man. Ew. It's icky. Let's see. What else do we got going on? Still waiting. We'll have an announcement for a pretty big show here coming up, but still tying all the loose ends up. This week's episode of Double Talking was Mr. Connor and Mr. Sean from Tejon, Street Corner Thieves. I've learned how to say that properly. So that was a pretty cool interview. That should be up any day now. Got some other ones coming up soon. I'm trying to expand my horizon and interview some people. Like I want to interview some wrestlers and some other folks as well. So, yeah. But yeah, I got a lot of people on the list coming 2018. I wanted to working on getting a better system in the house so I can edit my own shit, do my own flyers, fuck with my own websites and stuff. I really want to get on to learning that kind of stuff to make everything I'm doing better. I've really just depended on other people doing my shit for me for too long, and I'm not going to say it's a waste of money, but I feel like I could be doing it myself, and I'm trying to think. And the website, TJ's been a godsend with the website. She's also the bass player for Stoned Evergreen Travelers. Love that girl to death. She's been a fucking godsend for that and multiple other things. But that girl is so fucking busy that I feel bad even asking her to do anything because I don't pay her either, And even if I would try to, I don't think she'd want to. Like, this is what she does for a living, so she doesn't want to do it in her fucking spare time, So, and she also does it for the Travelers. She does all the Travelers shit too, so she's just busy. Too damn busy to be fucking with my shit, so, plus I'd like to be able to do it more. I'd like to be able to upgrade it, learn how to do some stuff, maybe learn how to add videos and, get a little jiggy with it, be able to update it more, put shows on there, update the flyers, because I'm not going to ask TJ to do that every fucking time I got a show, It's not fucking cool. I ask too much of her as is. So, anyways, yeah, so I was going to say too, I decided to stop today on this gravel road. Look at these mountains, because the hustle and bustle of life, You got to remember to stop sometimes. It's necessary to stop. It's mandatory to just stop. Look around. And remind yourself how small you are sometimes. I know it's a scary feeling, but it's also quite exhilarating. And it also reminds you that even though you're small compared to these giant mountains out here, these giant trees, those fucking trees are like at least 20 miles away, and you can hardly see them. They're, so you couldn't see me from them at all. And but anyways, yeah, so you remind yourself that you're small sometimes, and the scheme of things, and your problems are even smaller than that sometimes. And this time next year, these problems that are weighing me down right now will be all a memory. And it might be hard to get through them today, but I'll get through them, Nothing's ever hopeless in this world, no matter how shitty you feel. There's also earlier down in that canyon, there was like a hawk just fucking flying in the wind, and it was like making no headway whatsoever, and I was like, I could fucking feel that hawk's pain, because it's how life feels sometimes. Like you're stuck in this fucking wind out here. Look at those weeds, those tumbleweeds, But life, feels like you're stuck in this wind trying to get ahead. It's not impossible, though. It's just a son of a bitch. That hawk's gone now, so apparently it got to where it needed to go. Whether it decided to take a new route, or it decided to sit down and chill out until further notice, it's not dead, Unless a badger got it or something. I don't know. I don't know it's not dead. I'm just assuming it's not dead. But yeah. This life is a bitch sometimes, but it's a beautiful bitch. Let's see what else. Let's talk about some label shit for once. I've been belly aching and whining and being all melancholy and all weird. So here on the we've got, I sent the Cheatin' Hearts album off to be mastered by Mr. Eric Kent out of Sound Harvest Studios in Hermiston this week. Big thanks to him for doing that. He also did the first set of mastering on the Spreading Light and Casting Shadows CD with myself and James Honeycutt. You can go pick a copy up now at the Ruckus and the Records online store. Links are in the thread here and the description. But the artwork's officially done. Big thanks to Michael for helping us out with that. Put a link to his Facebook page in here too. Actually, I should, if I think about it. I need to listen to these and take notes and figure out whose links I need to put in here. But he does a hell of a job on design. He's not too unaffordable either. He's pretty reasonable priced. Let's see. So yeah, the Cheatin' Hearts album, I'm hoping to get that off by January, middle of January. Let's see. That's about it, man. We're working on getting some Stoned Evergreen Travelers vinyl going, but we need to work on getting some money going in the old online store here pretty soon. So if you guys want to oblige yourself with some some Ruckus and the Records merch, please go to the online store now and check that out. Also, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, be sure to, I don't know. Also, just be on the lookout, man. We got the show announcement coming up. Go check out the links for Sissy. Go check out Double Talking this week. Spread the word too, man. Any products you want me to test out on the air? I would love to do that. Any advice you'd like me to give you? Hit me up. And yeah, just any topics you want me to cover on Gravel Road Therapy, hit me up. I mean, I could go on forever about the fucking government shutdown and all that shit, but I mean, it's just depressing at this point. So I think I'm going to call it a day. I think me and the old Mattern boy, Blackwater, are going to go have us some lunch. So I appreciate it. Once again, like and share the videos. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check out our online store. Check out all the links and the comment threads for everybody that contributed to this week's episode. Sissy Brown, thanks for being the artist of the week. And you have a good day, you fucking fuckers.